Well, hello again there, whiskey friends. It is your whiskey coach back at it again for yet another whiskey review. Tonight's review is a bourbon of legendary status. That bourbon being Four Roses single barrel. You probably, even if you've never tasted this stuff, have walked by a Four Roses bottling or two at a liquor store, at your local watering hole. It's legendary and it's very, very highly accessible, which in my opinion is an absolute positive thing. Now, as the kind of that microbrew trend kind of started booming in the 90s on the beer side, you're now starting to see that in the liquor world, not only with whiskey, but rums and vodkas and tequilas and everything else. And those are cool. And I experiment with those all the time. I have all sorts of bottles that I really almost bought because I hadn't seen them before, or maybe they had a cool story. The nice thing about certain, bottlings like Four Roses, for instance, is it's old reliable. You know what you're getting. There's consistency in the mash bill. There's consistency in the profile, and the price point is typically a little bit better because they're mass producing product. But yeah, Four Roses is again, like I said, a legendary company. They have their Four Roses, the regular or their yellow. They have a small batch. They have a single barrel. Then they also have little exclusive special bottlings and special releases, but they're all kind of the single barrel type. So this is kind of that third step up on their food chain, if you will. Before I get too much further, I did want to take a moment just to thank everyone. I've noticed I've had a lot more activity recently on the page, a lot of subscribers, lots of comments. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'm enthused and am humbled by your reaction. So thank you. It's been a labor of love, and hearing comments and things like that from you guys is really inspirational to me, and I hope to keep your passion fed with these reviews. So without further ado, let's jump right into this. So as we always do, the packaging I think on this one is it's understated, but I think it's beautiful. It's kind of a little bit of a chubbier base, and it slowly kind of narrows up towards the top. It's got these glass like embossed roses there on the bottle. It does show a warehouse number. In this case, it is ON, and then a barrel number, which is 1.50. It also has this little cool, like, it almost looks like a bracelet kind of thing on the top. It looks like it's kind of like leather, and it kind of just shuts there on the back. It tells a nice little story about how the whiskey's made and what they're trying to do. You know what it is about this? It's just easy to grip. It's kind of a nice narrow bottle, but it's not like a vodka bottle, a little tall, skinny one. It's got a little bit of to it, but at the same time, it's really a really beautiful body. And the Four Roses kind of just makes you think of, it's maybe a feminine bourbon. And I'll actually get into that here in a second. But while I'm on that topic, the name Four Roses actually came from, legend has it, Jim Rutledge, the master distiller at Four Roses, was wooing at the time, I think it was his girlfriend, and he bought her a corsage and had four roses in it. And I think that was kind of an ongoing, not a joke, but it meant a lot to them, and they decided that when he decided to open up a distillery and make bourbon, that he would name the distillery Four Roses, honoring that process of him wooing his girlfriend at the time. So that's a little fun fact for you. I just try to give you a couple of those during these reviews. So let's jump right into the flavor profile. I don't want to get ahead of myself. This is a new bottle. I have tasted this one before. Think very highly. I do have some, obviously because I've tasted it before, some some prejudice. And I won't tell you if those are positive or negative yet. See if you can tell. Sorry, I'm struggling with that top. I will tell you this. I think that it is a, like I said, very consistent bottle. I don't know if this is like the placebo effect or whatnot, but I swear that it does have a very floral note to it, especially on the nose. You know, with the name being Four Roses, that's why I say maybe it's a placebo effect. But I honestly feel like it does. I love the cork, by the way, on this bottle. It's a really nice cork, all wood. Yeah, I like that. That's a nice snug cork too. All right, let's pour a dram, shall we? Okay. At this point, you guys know the deal. Nice snug fit. Beautiful. It's bourbon visually. It's actually it's a little more brilliant of a golden color, I would say. Maybe almost a little more of like a cider. Yeah, that's really good looking now that I give it a look. So I'm gonna let this one breathe here for a second. Ooh, a little splash down. And on the nose, I'm getting, forgot to mention, it is 50 proof. Oh, I'm sorry, 50% alcohol, 100 proof. I'm getting cinnamon on the nose. Some, almost like a candied nut, maybe. And what else I'm getting is, God, what is that? It's like a bubblegum flavor. Yeah, it's like a bubblegum flavor. Maybe a little bit of pepper. A little bit of, what's that stuff called? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. It's like the frosting. Butter, darn it. It's like a yellow butter, not butterscotch. Ooh, yeah, candied fruits, absolutely. Yeah, I am getting like Red Hots almost. I'm getting a little bit of a little bit of maple, all sweet things. I haven't even mentioned leather and smoke and wood. I'm really not getting much of that through the nose, and that's what I thought. That's what I experienced the first time I tasted it. So I would say it is a very approachable bourbon. It's not that, that punchy in the chin, old-fashioned, dark woods, pipe smoking man's club bourbon. It's just not. It's different. I don't want to say feminine, because when I say feminine, that can almost come off as an insult when you're talking bourbon. Not saying that to be sexist, but you know what I mean. It's not that. It's just different, and it's a very beautiful nose, actually. For someone like me who has a sweet tooth, it's right up my alley, actually. All right, let's give this one a taste. Hit with some spice right off the top with 100 proof. Then you're getting honey. Some honey, some maybe a little caramel. Getting the wood now on the back of the throat. Not overwhelmingly woody, but definitely getting the wood. Floral notes. Again, I just get it. Really warm mouthfeel. For 100 proof bourbon, it's not overly aggressive, if that's fair. I would say it's pretty consistent with the nose on the flavor profile. I am getting some spiciness, maybe like cherry, like hot cherry. Yeah. What else? Plums. It's a nice bourbon. It really is a nice bourbon. When you take into account, like I said, the availability, the price point, which, by the way, here in my part of the country, I picked this up for $37, and you can find it everywhere. I think the small batch is $30, and then the yellow or the regular is like 18 or 20. So it's very, very affordable. It's very nice. I wouldn't tell you not to buy this, especially if you only have 3 or 4 bourbons in your collection. You're looking to add maybe 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a great one to add to that collection because of the reasons I just mentioned. On a grade wise, I will give this I'll give it a 7.0. Very nice bourbon. I wouldn't say it's superb, but I'd say it's very nice. And I would, like I said, I would recommend it to any, especially a new bourbon drinker who may be a little intimidated by the smoky woodiness that typically comes in the drink. So, thanks, guys, again, very much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, as always. Still no baby, by the way. I will definitely keep you updated. And please join me for future reviews. We still have plenty of bourbons to watch. I am going to mix some cognac, some additional cognac reviews. I did Cognac 101 quite some time ago, but I want to get into some higher-end cognacs and revisit them. So that should be fun. So thanks again, guys. Until next time, and as always, be safe and glasses up.